How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another video. In this one I'm going to be discussing a very unusual noise that presented in the workshop recently. That noise came out of a Nissan Patrol and it could be heard when accelerating, either parked or under load, and in this video I'm going to go through the process I used to find and fix that fault. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is let you listen to the noise exactly how it presented in the workshop.
Yep.
Now, as you could hear there, that was a very distinctive noise. It was actually extremely loud. I had to turn the volume down when editing it so it wouldn't pierce your brain while you're listening to it. But I do want to give you one more chance to listen to it again to see if you can tell what that noise is. Now, when diagnosing noises on vehicles, it can be extremely difficult. You can be coming across noises for the first time and they can be distinctive. In this particular one, it was, and a lot of people would start to look at the likes of a turbo. A turbo with a heavy boost type noise like that can be causing a similar type of noise to what you're hearing there. That squeal that's present could be coming from the turbo. In this case, there is a couple of things that we did first and foremost. Visual checks are always important. So as you could see here, the visual around the manifold showed that there was red sealer, fresh red sealer that was around there. That's a high temp sealer that's very common to be seen in exhaust repairs in particular. Now, when seeing that, also seeing that there was soot buildup around the exhaust manifold area, gave an idea that there could be an issue in that right hand side. As I'm looking down at that exhaust manifold, there was soot build up there. There's also like an EGR pipe that comes off that also had some visible sealer on it too, which was suspect. But the next step was to actually do a smoke test on it. The soot buildup that was present gives you an idea, but that could have been old and it could have been repaired by another shop because this had obviously some work done recently. So set up the smoke machine. This is an Ansel smoke machine that I'm using here. Quite an affordable little unit and very, very handy to have in the workshop. Now, it was able to pick up that there was a visible leak coming from that exhaust manifold. So after seeing that smoke present, the next thing was to visibly get that manifold off and inspect it to see if there's any direct issues down there. Now, what I have here in front of me is the exhaust manifold removed. Now, this side here was very, very evident that there was a leak present. It is covered heavily in soot and we know we have an issue there. There's also some present on this side, but the primary and main fault was up on this particular area here. Now spin this around. On this manifold design, there is some hairline cracks throughout it. It was given a good visual inspection. You can see the soot buildup on 1 and 4, which is giving you a clear idea that we have an issue. And with those visible cracks, the fact that the gasket, it looked like it had previously tried to be repaired, a new manifold was organized along with all of the gaskets and the requirements to install in this vehicle. And what you're seeing here is the new manifold installed. And then I'm going to show you afterwards the testing when it's all back together to see if the noise is gone.
Yep.
And as you could hear there, the noise was gone, the fault was found and fixed, and it all came from that exhaust manifold. Now I want to touch back on to this old part here and just share some information with you. Should you have an issue like this on a Nissan Patrol, that you will have the relevant information that you need. So what I have found out is these manifolds can warp. Obviously by design they're not the best design manifold that's visible to anyone who looks at it. There can be a lot better ways to extract exhaust fumes rather than having them in a 4 bank setup like this one is here. But what happens is they actually misshape, and you need to have them either replaced or you need to have them remachined down and have them all leveled off again. Now I think the previous person that was at this, which we found out was an exhaust shop, didn't have the right insight and was not aware that this needed to be either machined or replaced. That noise is unusual. It's not something that I've come across before, but it is a learning curve for anybody that is trying to chase up noises and get their diagnostic process a bit better. Don't skip the common things like visible checks. It can lead you into the exact area. Don't directly go for potentially a turbo failure, or don't condemn parts until you have a better understanding of the system. Maybe do some research and try and find out what could be causing it. And if you look at this particular design and compare it to the image I'm going to put on the screen here, and you can see the different extraction issues that one would have to another. This one shares from one all the way through, so you can see straight through, and that's all sharing along. So, and just for a demonstration, I'm going to get a cable tie so you can see it reach all the way up and along up to the top, where all of these are shared, no independent. And in those 4-to-1 branch manifolds, you have a way better way of extracting rather than having this shared type design, which in turn causes that additional squeal for sure. That excessive pressure that's in there from sharing each cylinder's exhaust extraction port is going to be causing the issues that are seen on this particular model. If you had a better way, a better design, I don't believe this would be happening. Any other information on this type of one, if we have Nissan techs out there that have exact reasons to why that is failing, if it differs to my opinion on it, be sure to post down in the comments so we can all have a better understanding of these failures. And that is it for this video, guys. I hope you found this one useful and informative, and if you did, please like, share, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.